Okay, we should be live. Health bar is green. Good evening. Never looked on the top of the head of Coco. Okay. Still June, still Pride Month, so Coco is the default VTuber. I will share the story about this penny comic later on. First of all, recap. Haven't been able to do anything because we had AnimeCon this weekend. Saw a lot of new friends, saw a lot of old friends. Yeah, made sales. Can't really say much about the sales because, they were sales. Previous year had been better, but this year was meh. It was okay. So I hope to find some time to do some editing this week, but to be honest, I don't think I'll be able to. Because I have obligations on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And Sunday is going to be my absolute day off. Just checking if the cat doesn't nibble on the new cable. I might not even go and stream. I might just go craft offline. Just to... I'm gonna turn my other computer on because I figured I'd be checking my emails on Thursday, but I might not be able to do that. And this computer takes a long while to start up and a long while to download emails, so I'll be doing that as well. There we go. And yes, Vladi is here. He's not a vampire, so the name is Vladi. And good evening to you as well. I mean, I can postpone my taxes a week, so that's not that much of an issue, but I should check if there's important email. Hydrate. Oh, Coco's going all over the place because of the webcam. I was just drinking, that was all what I was doing. So yeah, busy week. I need some ultimate peace on Sunday. There were a lot of things I wanted to share and then I just blanked. The moment I turned my computer on, I blanked. If I ever make changes to the model of Coco, then I should try to fix that weird white line. There's still much to clean up in this household, but slowly we are getting there. And if you hear a lot of rustling noises, that's my cat trying to climb on things where it's not supposed to climb. You're talkative today. He always keeps on insisting to climb where he can't climb. Well, I currently have a lot of the mini jars, thanks to you, but if you still have them and don't use them yourself, then I'm always happy with them. But don't go out of your way, don't make any money. I don't want people to buy things from me. From me is okay. It's okay to buy things from me because then I'm ordering a product in return. And if you hear my cat meow, I have no idea what's going on right now. So now the endless discussion of what kind of socks does Penny wear can begin. Yep, you did buy from me. This pose is weird. And it's because of the face. I mean, the faces don't work today. And while my other computer has started up, the email has not. It's a very old laptop. So if you think, hey, I can steal a laptop, this is not worth it. If I do it like this, then at least the pose is a bit differently. But anyway, I had a lot of issues with packages again. They were, Coco's expression is fitting this time. There were 3 packages supposed to arrive on Monday, so it was my day off. Managed to do everything in time so I could wait for the packages, and then they just didn't show up. So they were supposed to come today, and a fourth package would be delivered today as well, and that just didn't come. Well, the fourth package came, the other three didn't, so they're postponed to tomorrow. So they're now 3 days late, 2 days late. So I wonder if they will come tomorrow. Another package is supposed to be arrived tomorrow as well. And I know which delivery services, but you know, something privacy, blah blah blah. Okay, now I have to work with perspective, so if you know me, perspective is an issue. And yes, I am a bit exaggerating, because you know, it's a comic. There's also a lot of rain past few days. And to be honest, I don't really mind rain as long as I'm inside, and I know that's more people. I do hope that tomorrow it will be, well, at least dry when I have to leave. And there's some dishwasher soap. That's a lot of emails. Oh wait, that's not that much. It's already done. 21 emails? Usually I get a lot more. But I'll check those messages when the video is uploading. Most of it is spam anyway. I have no idea which link I shared. Ah, that was it. Yeah. And I don't really mind if it rains if I get groceries, because, well, it's not that far. If it's very heavy rain, I'll just wait. But Monday the rain was slow enough so I could do my, well, not groceries. Should have done groceries now I look back at it. And I was grabbing plastic containers for storage anyway, so. And Thursday I'll be giving another workshop in the Leiden Museum, Wereldmuseum. It's a private workshop, so unfortunately you can't join us. And since my love will be working from home, someone will be at home for cats, so don't worry about the cats. And we're also expecting, let's call them technicians. So And the workshop I'm giving is manga for beginners. And like mentioned before, my workshops are aimed at getting results quickly and getting success, a feeling of success. So there are people like, yeah, it's very childish, and I'm like, yeah, but they're for kids who are in their teenage angst years, who are forced to do something creative and then don't really want to be there. So just easy steps so they can get a result, which hopefully makes them happy and then curious about creating art on their own. Don't worry about being late, better late than never. It's also something I say to students. Maybe you, in the end you'll see less videos or less art, but in the end I'm just glad you're here. So yeah, hopefully I can manage to do maybe one editing episode this week. Don't count on it. I truly hope I'll find more time when my volunteer work goes on a summer break. The book is slated for the end of the year. And I will need to check my stock, but there is a possibility I might have to order book 1 stock again. Might be able to just postpone it. Because early next year we have book 7, and then maybe I can order it with them. Depends on how much I still have in stock. And of course sell. So everyone with a sock fetish hereby has their own penny comic. And if you don't agree with these socks, feel free to make your own. Well, there was quite a rain shower a few minutes ago, but it's calming down again. And I'm purposely giving Penny the socks I used to own, because I have no idea what other socks to create. I have a few 3D prints for someone else who doesn't have the 3D printer to finish. So maybe I'll do that on Sunday. like I said, I don't know yet if I'm going to stream. It depends on my state of mind. If I feel overloaded, because like I said, I had AnimeCon last weekend. Then I had a day off with packaging issues. That's not easy on the mind. Today is my first day of work again. I have a day of work tomorrow with packages, hopefully, volunteer work. Then I have first day groceries and workshop and technicians at home. And then Friday is work and a private event. Then Saturday is volunteer work and private event. And then Sunday is my first day off and do not disturb, leave me alone. And if I feel like it, I'm going to stream. If I don't feel like it, I'm not going to stream. Like I said, this is the only day that's the actual the appointment, schedule, whatever you want to call it. And the cross stream is still it's whenever. And then next week I should have a normal breather, and Saturday is student and Sunday is private event. That's why I'm taking this Sunday absolutely off. And then it should be about 2 more weeks of volunteer, 2 or 3 more weeks, maybe 4. And then I have more time on the Wednesday evening and the Saturday, meaning hopefully, because that's my goal, editing. I also hope to start 3D printing some files for the next year. And there are other things I want to 3D print to create. I want to make art for book 7. And for those who see I'm using Photoshop and are worried about the new AI guidelines and the other that they can check your work and use it if they want to, don't worry. This is Adobe 7.0. This is still a standalone. If this computer doesn't have any internet, this program still works. I do have some issues with memory. That's why I need to restart often. But Adobe can't check what I'm doing. I got it years ago. Which year was it again that it was released? Around which time? Update. You You can update whatever you want. About Photoshop, it was somewhere 2002. Yeah, I doubt that Adobe will check my stream. And then Adobe wanted to sue people for using older versions. Yeah, we have this. First of all, try preventing me from using software that was bought once ago. So, and and if they're like, yeah, show me proof. Well, Dutch law dictates that personal taxes have to be saved 5 years. Business tax need to be saved for 7 years. And if you have a business building, it needs to be 10 years. So I just save everything 10 years. And it's about 22 years ago. So no receipt from back then anymore. And law does not require me to save that. Okay, now the story of this penny comic. It's Monday evening. It's 11 p.m. And I'm like, I'm in the kitchen and I'm standing in water. How is that possible? I did notice it earlier that day, but I was like, maybe I just spilled some water. I mean, that happens. But in the evening, I was like, where is that water coming from? So I just started investigating, follow the trail of water. And then I found out it came from the sink cabinet. So yeah, we had a leakage of our sink. Now, of course, it wasn't as dramatic as I'm going to draw it, because, you know, it's a comic. I can be dramatic for effect. But we first cleaned out the little cabinet from our kitchen sink. And then we tried to get rid of all the water. But there was also a cardboard box, this is important, with dishwasher salts. So I grabbed that box. And then what does happen with cardboard that gets wet? So we suddenly had a lot of, well, puddles of water. And there was a lot of dishwasher salt spread out through it. So we tried to save the salt as much as possible. And of course, we put some into the dishwasher. However, I had recently filled the dishwasher with salt, so I could only, well, get 1 scoop in there. So everything else we just scooped up in a, well, what's it gonna call? One of those food storage containers. And we let that dry overnight, and I put it into we have glass bottles that I really like, but I don't actually use them because they're nice and blue. And my love already thought about putting leftover dishwasher salt into one of those bottles, and I had a second one, so there's now in 2 bottles. And by the looks of it, if I get a new box of salt, I can use those 2 bottles and probably fit all in there. So dishwasher salt saved. What else did we have? Well, everything was wet. There was we have at least we have tiles, so that makes it easier to dry up. But we needed a lot of towels. Good thing I just washed, and towels were dry. But yeah, not looking forward to that. And now we just wait to see if it's fixed. We're going to add a little bit extra tape inside so it won't get loose that easily. Still needs to be done. And then I can put everything back in there. However, it's way too much and we need to clean it out. So this is not how it's supposed to look. That's not how perspective works. So yeah, I know I'm a very bad storyteller through stream, but that's because I have no idea what I'm talking, what I'm going to say, and drawing at the same time. So it's kind of multitasking. So my stories are more coherent, the ones I write, than what I'm doing on stream. Alright, this was the other pipe. Okay, that sounded very weird. Almost sounded as if someone got hit by a car. Well, not seeing anything. One moment, gonna check outside. Sounded like a lot of drama. But I don't hear any screaming anymore. So yeah, there was some screaming and shouting and swearing, so just wanted to check, because if there is something going on, I need to save this video because, you know, audio possibly. Now, first we lock the layer. And then we go to the right layer, because we don't have any wrong layers here. Okay, so apparently somewhere there's a little hole. I have no idea where the hole is anymore. Well, then I'll just do the tolerance a little bit lower. As for what I'm going to draw afterwards, don't know just yet, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Actually, a goldfish has longer memory than I do. I don't even remember if I need to continue one last week, or that I'm starting a new page. We'll find out soon enough. Oi, it's so sensitive today. Oh, but at least this one is obvious where the hole is. There's quite a lot of white in here. And actually this is going to be darkened, because it's a closed kitchen cabinet, but effects will come later. And what are those little bottles in the back? I have no idea. Make of it what you want. If you want to call them booze, I'm okay with that. Penny's not gonna drink anything boozy anyway. Um, and I'm just thinking and calculating. Yeah, it's not next year, but the year after will be Penny Part 6. You can pre-order now if you want. I'll completely forget about it when the time is there. I also made quite some wacky art at AnimeCon. Usually I would say I would post it soon enough, but to be honest, I have yet to post from conventions before. Believe me, if I ever make an art book again, there will be plenty of unreleased art in there because I'm just so slow with uploading everything. But I can reveal, for those who were not at AnimeCon, that I was challenged to draw something weird. Of course, I like drawing weird. I rarely do it, but I don't mind drawing weird. So I was asked to draw a tractor mascot, so I drew Tractor Jan. Not even sure if I will release it all in one volume or that I will release it in several volumes because I really dislike those huge books that you can barely hold. But I was surprised that most people were actually on board for Tractor-chan. I even got compliments for the colors. Because apparently I chose a very good brand of tractors. Tractors. But it is funny to do something wacky and weird for a change. Aanhanger-kun. Okay, it's a bit weird to do everything like this, so I need the other one. Okay, that's not working. I need to do this. Then this. And now the top. So first what I'm going to do is shade, then I'm going to do the background, and then I'm going to do the effect of the kitchen sink cabinet. This needs to be highlights again. And sorry if I'm not that talkative, I'm just trying to, well, multitask. Oi, another phishing. I'm getting a lot of phishing SMS at the moment, text messages. And they're all the same except the link. And they're all different cell phone numbers, so I could keep on blocking them, but the number's probably spoofed as well. How about I do sound off till tomorrow? There we go, silence. Yeah, I had a tip received from someone. If you doubt if it's a legit page, then you can always sign in with false details. And if you get redirected and are signed in after all, so you were never signed out of it, then you know it's a phishing site, because the real site would have given you like, these are wrong credentials, please try again. But still, always check the address in the address bar. I still need to do, I think I'm going to be a bit creative because I need a border in here. It looks weird without a border. So what I need is this full, and then I need to subtract. No, I said subtract, not add. I also got a spam call today, and I have this weird accent that I pick up and not say my name, so that often already throws off the potential spammers. And then they were asking for me with my married name, and the only one who knows my married name is the national government, and they never call. And marketing people, spam people, phishing people who illegally obtained an address from the Chamber of Commerce. So I know that everyone who uses that name I don't have to trust them. So it's a great filter. If you use your maiden name on every official document, except one for tax purposes, and then someone asks you for your married name, you just know that person obtained your name illegally. So you don't have to trust them. You don't have to be nice to them. And I just pretend I'm I don't know who they are talking about, who they are, and then they usually say, oh, I'll remove you from the list. But seriously, it has really reduced my spam calls, this tactic. But yeah, this only works if you have a maiden name and a married name. So if you don't have that, that's a trick. You can't really use that that well. Okay, and I think what's left now is no, please, 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 just save. Okay, so freeze of the program, need to restart it. Or maybe I didn't have to, but I don't mind. Okay, I think this is it. We're still with 5 people. And I'm almost an hour in. Oh, I think this fills the balloon quite nicely. Okay, save. And ready for text check. Not that there is much to check, but you know. And meanwhile, I'll start up the text file. Okay, 2 OKs, 1 off-screen OK. It's the 11th, am I right? Yep. Yeah, not the most interesting text. First the advertisement. And then the text. And it's raining again. Which is fine. I mean, I'm in here and it's dry. And while you guys take your time to check, I'm quickly scrolling through my Twitter. Or X if they want to, if you want to call it like that, I don't really mind. Right. There was there's this singer on YouTube and a very weird company from overseas decided to claim their videos, and YouTube is like, jump through 7 hoops and we might look into it. The YouTube claim system is weird and broken. Oh, all my retweets were just spammy bots. Ah, okay. So I got this from several sites, so I guess this is it. Okie dokie. That can be moved over here. I still need to save this for web. Penny is a slice of life comic, so not much action adventure. Okay, so Penny part done. So now we move on to this, and I think, yeah, it's time for a new page. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do. First I need to take a picture of it anyway. That's the wrong. This I need to delete. This I can delete. And for privacy reasons I will not repeat to you, but I'll be seeing you soon again. So I need to open. Okay, and I first need to move the file because it's going to drive me crazy in the end. You are not supposed to be here. You are supposed to be in here. Oh, I also have them here. Then I don't need to move. Then just let them stay. Yeah, just let them stay. Okie dokie. So. This is going to be tricky because this one will include a kitty. And I know everyone is going crazy now. Guys, can you keep it down, please? It's so not needed. But anyway, considering how much this program deals with details, or the conversion deals with details, I'm not sure how far I can get this right. So, of course, whiskers is a no-no. That's just something that's not working. Let's first merge the all below. Just to save on file size. And Tiamat's color is more or less indigo, and it's not really that important. First to this side, then to this side. And this cat's name is Saigo Ryuko, which should mean last dragon child. I'm not sure if we can take all these lines, so I'm just going to do button eyes. And I know this looks very creepy. But you need it. It kind of looks like a Funko Pop now. And I'm not going to do whiskers because I know that that's impossible to print. I am going to follow my design anyway. And this girl is named Tiamat. She's the oldest of the guardians. And yes, she was probably named after the dragon goddess from Dungeons and Dragons Online. She was based on an internet friend who had the nickname Tiamat. So that's how it stuck. And she's technically a reincarnated dragon. Where the guardians, the 5 primal guardians, were reincarnated humans. Also, why humans? Well, we were very not creative as teens when we started writing this. Also, diversity wasn't a thing back then, at least not as much yet, so I would do it differently now. But that's how you learn. But the group I was in wasn't really a very diverse group back then. It became a lot more diverse later on, but oh, that's a very yucky cheek. Is this better? No, it's not. How does this look when I flip it? Yeah, better. This is going to be one of those be very carefully or it will break mouse. I'm not going to do all the lines of the Sailor Fuku. Yes, she was designed with the Sailor Fuku. Later on she got more dragon-like features by the creator, and then we drifted apart. We still follow each other on social media, so I'm not going to do the exposed belly button for reasons because that's just too detailed. But if I would rewrite Serne Moon, there would be quite some things that would change. I mean, the general D would probably still stay, but I think I would bring some diversity in my main guardians. And while I don't want to change the original design too much, at least I can change some of the skin tones, make them slightly darker where needed. So there were still a few guardians that were well, we had the guardian of darkness and light, Ayla and Isla, but they were not created by me. They were created by someone who eventually left the team with a grudge. And while I might reuse their names, their looks were not officially established, just a few sketches. So I can play a lot with their designs. And I do like the subversion of expectation kind. So while the Soldier of Light was dark toned and the Soldier of Darkness was Asian, I think I'd make a dark skinned Guardian of Darkness and a light skinned Guardian of Light. And that's just because dark skinned and sun is kind of predictable. So that's why I would switch it around. Maybe even something like ice-like. Not sure just yet. Like I said, their looks weren't that established. So there's plenty of me for me to work with. And that's only needed if I ever decide to rewrite the story. I also had Time Guardians. And eventually I more or less reused that concept in Forever Young. But then not as Time Guardians, but just the essence of time. And let not forget, I was co-writer of this story, not main writer. So if I ever want to redo it, I need to ask permission. Kind of like signing rights away. And I do want to be respectful to the other characters. I did talk about rewriting another story I wrote with a friend once, which is a one-shot story, a single book. And there are some things I want to change. And there are already a couple of things we discussed, like we can change it like this or that, and then the story still makes sense. Okay, this eye is not working and I can't see why, so let's flip it. Oh, it's actually not even that bad. something to check. Okay. It's still too thick. But I think the issue is with this side, not with this side. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's try it. Flip it. And let's check it for errors. First make it transparent. Save as a PNG. Just make a new folder for that wrong one. I'm always paranoid I will lose a file. There we go. We already have 4 inners, 4 guardians. So we need 2 more guardians and we need 2 more soldiers. Right, we were trying to say something before I got so distracted, and I need to resave because it can't handle things like this. Upload a file. And I want to extrude white and enable smoothing. Let's see if it does it in one time or that I need to use tricks once more. I need to use tricks once more. Invert output. Somehow I need to use invert output lately. It's okay, it works, it works. Okay, first of all, there's a hole in the back. Okay, that's the only hole. How's for the other details? Pretty much all other details are successful except that one piece in the hair. The mouth can be on the same layer as the eyes. That's nice. The dots on the eyes are not possible. Okie dokie. So first of all, let's, if you're not needed, just keep it away. That layer, then new layer, clip it, and brushy, 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 brushy. Okay. Now with the main file, the issue is the hair, which is to be expected because it's always the hair. So first what I'm going to do is get the right color. I'm gonna make the hair a bit higher. Okay, let's first see how this goes. If this is plenty or that I need to do a lot more. Hair now is different. It's that middle part that's an issue still. And also there's a different hole now. But let's see if this fixes it. No hole in the back. But the middle part is still being an issue. Not sure why. Let's see if I can move it slightly more. And if that's enough to fix it. I think I have it. Is there something in the back? No holes in the back. Okay. I do want to try. And if it's possible to put the eyes of the kitty on the same layer as the mouth and the eyes. Let's see if that works. And the nose, of course. I mean, if you can do a bit lower. The ear thingies are not translated. You can't print that. Which is fine. You just have to add that yourself. Yep, kitty face is now the same layer as Tiamat's face. Great. Another one done. And I think I can do the other one as well. First we're going to save the file. This one needs to be slightly smaller. And I actually think I might need to squish it a bit. Just gonna see. Keep aspect ratio. No, I don't want to keep the aspect ratio. Slightly squish it. Okay. And then I need to get that face. And that just needs some creativity from my side. There we go. And this is Lady Kim. No, she is not named after me. Her name means horizon. She is between the elements. She is the fifth element. And before people go scream, she looks like, first of all, it's very rude if you compare someone's OC to another OC, even if it is justified. Just don't do it. It's just very rude to do that. She was one of the first OCs I created, and of course she is kinda a Sailor Moon clone. So this is technically my only OC that was based, by looks, on another character. Well, Whisper Shadow Hunter originally was as well, but that changed a lot over time. And through the years, I made her design distinct enough so I can call it original. Because, you know, there are more people who have buns in the hair. No, the element of surprise is not my fifth element. Mine is the spirit. And I would love to say this character would be a joyful, happy surprise element, but unfortunately she's the most serious of all. She's actually the most annoyingly boring one even. And while I don't really like her iconic dress anymore, it's her dress. My favorite outfits are of Lady Luna and Lady Aqua because they're weird. Yep, Shampoo has buns in her hair as well. Didn't know of the existence of Shampoo back then. And Sailor Moon buns are more on top of the head. And through the years, Lady Kim's one lowered, so more to Shampoo height. And it is to no surprise that Lady Kim is my love's favorite character of Saturday Moon. Mostly because she looks most like Shampoo. Purple hair. And if you look at my characters closely, the eye color and hair color can be matched to another character. For example, Lady Kim has purple hair and red eyes, and the purple hair is reflected in Lady Gaia's purple eyes, and the eyes are the red hair of Lady Ignis. Lady Ignis has red hair, blue eyes. The blue eyes is the only one that isn't really connected to another character. I'll come back to that later. Then you have Lady Aqua, who has aqua eyes. Aqua hair and green eyes. So that's the green hair of Lady Aqua. Lady Luna has aqua eyes and white hair. And the white hair does not get reflected in eyes because that would be scary. So the only one that isn't referenced is the blue eyes of Lady Ignis and the white hair of Lady Luna. But I usually shade white with blue anyway. And Tiamat was actually invented as a guardian later on, so retcon. Nah, I'm not going to add extra detail to the hair. And we have as a Neo soldier, a future soldier, we have Liberty, the soldier of ice. And we don't have an ice guardian just yet. We have a Neo guardian of water, which is the previous soldier of water. We also have elemental shrine guardians. The water shrine guardian that held the mystical weapon was Tsunami. Of spirit was Aure. Earth was Pan. Air was Boku. And of course, Phoenix for fire, if I recall well. And we have no idea who the Shrine Guardian of Dreams was. Let alone the Shrine Guardians of Darkness and Light. Or, since we're talking about it, Ice. The mystical weapons were the Diamond Bow, Crystal Scepter, the Opal Trident, the Emerald Axe, and I think it was the Phoenix Sword. Really, I should reread season 3. And the Ice Scepter, Crystal Heart, the Onyx Sight, and I can't remember if Light actually got a dedicated. Yes, that was the Citrine Sai. Now I remember. I remember something. And then we had the ring of harmony, ring of melody, ring of symphony, and a sword of the music key. Those were the, let's call it, outer soldiers. Those were the musical soldiers. Soldier of harmony, melody, and symphony. And the music key. Now, first let's do the eye this time. I don't think this eye is going to be on a separate layer because it's too close to other parts, but let's see. Oh, wrong. No, not the wrong layer. Lay on the... Eyes feel uneven. Are they uneven? No, they're not really uneven. And you know, it was my first original story that was longer than 7 pages, so I hold it dear, despite it not being the best story ever. That's why we keep it free to read. It was our practice story. Oh, right. How about I invert it? Let's see if I did things right the first try. Now, let's see. Eyes are on the same layer as everything else, because that was to be expected. No holes in the back. And actually everything, even the fingers are nice. Wow, first try. Cool. So, download. So, this is what I'm going to do for today, because you know I need sleep and all. And it's already 11:30. I need to convert videos and all. And I guess I'll be seeing you next week. Bye bye.